welcome to today's video. I forgot to film an intro, so this is present Melanie speaking, who already finished this project. And let me tell you, it was a fun process. So thank you for being here. I'm so excited to get into it. I know you guys love the full project vlogs, and so do I. They're super rewarding. So let's get into this one. As always, let me know in the comments what project you're working on during this video or your most recent completed project. Other than that, let's get straight into it. Low-key a decent amount of the way into this. I think I casted this on like less than a week ago, and the thing is, this is my first time having to adjust the pattern because of the yarn. In the pattern, they recommend using, I think it's holding 2 yarns together. I made a gauge and it was like way bigger because it's a bulky weight yarn, but it's like way thicker. And I'm just using this one instead of holding 2 together because it already has the kind of like heathered look, right? So I had to adjust everything a lot. So we're still kind of crossing our fingers that it turns out okay. But like so far when I've tried it on or like looked at it, I feel like it's looking all right. The only thing is like the neck, it looks so small, but it's super stretchy. So this is what we have so far, and honestly, since it's a raglan, we're just doing the same exact thing, which is like increasing at all the raglan like seams, the 4 of them, for a super long time to get that baba like really oversized look. The other issue is I calculated how much yarn to get, but I don't think I did it right because this is my second ball of yarn and I feel like this isn't very far. So you might be working with different dye lots, which is also not good. But honestly, this whole sweater is probably like, I don't want to say it's not gonna be good, but it is acrylic. That is already something that's making me kind of uncomfortable, but I guess I'm just so impatient that I had to do it. So I love me a mindless scent. So this is my like low pressure, lowest amount of pressure project. So I actually knit kind of a good amount today. I've tried this on over me kind of periodically, but just with the needles still in it. And I feel like I should probably try it on with it off the needles so it's not all bunched, just so that I can see actually like how big it is, because it looks kind of massive to be honest. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I put it on some, I think it's called barber cord. I forgot what it's called, but like the tubing one, which you guys told me about, so thank you, because that's genuinely a lifesaver. I used to transfer it onto a string of yarn and it would take forever, but this is looking pretty massive, not gonna lie. I'm kind of worried that it's gonna be way too big because, wow, maybe it will be really big. It looks crazy. I just forgot how raglans are though. So I think I'm supposed to knit it. Oh my gosh. I think it's honestly looking pretty neat. It's supposed to just keep doing the raglan increases until it is 12 inches. And I think it was about 8 inches. I'm like a little past 8 inches and it's supposed to go to 12, but 12 seems way too long. I don't know if we're gonna make it that far. Maybe it was supposed to be 12 from the collar. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at this again because that seems way too big. On another note, definitely gonna need to buy more yarn. Since I've updated you on my sweater, but I measured it last night and we're getting close to the 12 inches. So we're gonna try it on. I did in fact pick up some more yarn because a lovely friend in the comments informed me of how I've been counting my yarn wrong. I was doing it by grams, and now that I think about it, it's like, why did I think doing it by grams was ever gonna be the right thing? Actually, I bought half the yarn I needed. So I went back to Michael's, I got more yarn. I still need more, so hopefully they restock it again. But this is what we have. It's supposed to be 12 inches along here, think mine's at like almost at 12. It might be like 11 right now, but I'm just more worried about this being too big. Like I kind of feel like this is gonna be too big. Oh my gosh, I feel like this looks crazy. Is this how it's supposed to look? I don't know. I think this is long enough, but it's looking pretty good, right? Once we just figure out how to connect it so that the sleeves don't look kind of crazy like a costume like this. But the next step is, I think we have to do more German short rows. Something like that to add more ease or something to the back. I don't know. I don't really know all the ease terms and all these things, but I think we do a little bit of extra work, something on the back, and then we connect the body and the arms and stuff. I'm not sure, but it's working together. It's working together. I'm excited to have less stitches on my needles because knitting all of this takes so long. All right, guys, it's time to figure out these freaking German short rows or whatever I have to do. I think if I'm reading this right, sometimes I don't fully understand how to like read German short rows in patterns. You're just supposed to do it when it says turn, I think. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know what the German short rows do either. I'm just trying my best, but I think I'm just knitting. Okay, we're gonna take this one step at a time. We can do it. So I knit to marker 1. Let's see if I can remember how to do German short row without looking up my TikTok reference video that I always watch. I always have to go back to it for a little refresher, and I just think I'll feel like a real knitter when I get to the point where I don't have to look up that video. And maybe this will be that moment. Oh gosh, I messed up. I was like holding my breath. I don't even know what I did, but I just dropped a bunch of stitches, but not only dropped it, but I like pulled it as I dropped it, which is honestly the worst combo that could happen. And so then they started like undoing themselves, but we saved it, don't worry. Okay, so we make it to the marker. I hate it when I have too many stitches on my cord. Should I invest in a bigger cord or something? I feel like that would also be annoying in a different way. Knit to marker, remove marker, really? Remove marker, knit to turn, and then purl. Knit to, okay, how do I do this again? No, I need to look up the video. I don't remember how to do it. Good that I watched that. I think I almost messed that up. Knit to the other, or purl to the other stitch marker. Okay, I think I get it. Not too bad now. Okay, so I just did my 4 rows of German short rows, and now I'm putting some stitches on this barber cord to hold the sleeves so that we can work on the body. And this part is pretty exciting because I feel like we'll have more of a try-onable shape. I'm so grateful that you guys told me about barber cord, because before this, you don't even want to know what I was doing. Place sleeve stitches on, stopping 2 stitches before. Oh wait, I think I did this wrong. Okay. Something I learned is that I should put a like end cap thing, I don't know what it's called, my needle cap thing on in case, because I've had too many experiences where I'm like using the barber cord and somehow I like pull the entire cable through and then I lose stitches and it's just a headache. So I've learned some things along the way. And then I don't know if this is like how you're actually supposed to do it, but what I do is once I have all my stitches on the barber cord, I just like tie it in a little bow here, little knot, and you want to make sure it's secure. So I'm double knotting it and doing a bow, basically a triple knot. And what am I supposed to do? Oh, I have to cast on some stitches. 12 stitches to be exact. 4, 5, except I have to do my little math because I reduced everything by 0.6. So 0.6 of 12. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but that's what I'm doing. 12, not on 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we knit around the front, right? We made it to the other side. I'm gonna put this on more barber cord. Perfect. Tie that into a pretty knot, a pretty double knot. And then we're gonna cast on some more stitches and finish up knitting. This is very exciting. We now have our body in the round and our sleeves are put on hold on the sides. This is very exciting. Now we're just gonna be knitting in the round in the body for so long until we have our desired body length. But I'm so excited to work a little more on this to the point where I can try it on, because then I think I will be able to see the visual a lot more. Progress check. Would you look at that? We have like some resemblance of a sweater. It's actually getting pretty long. I think I want to measure it. I believe this is either 3 or 4 balls of yarn, and I just finished one off. I have one more to add. I think it's only 3, which is not that bad. I believe I was supposed to knit until it's 20 inches from the base of the collar to the bottom. Does this look like 20 inches to you? I don't know. I have no gauge of what 20 inches is. Let's measure. Okay, honestly, we're getting pretty close. I'm kind of proud of myself. I think I might be able to, no, that's insane. I was gonna say I might be able to reach the 20 inches today. Who knows, but I'm not gonna put that out there because I actually have no idea how long it's been taking me to do a round, because it is a pretty big body, honestly. It's pretty like oversized, so it might be taking me a long time, but it also feels like it's going by pretty quick just because the yarn is so bulky. But let's give it a little try on, because I don't even know if I'm gonna want the full 20 inches. I feel like I tend to want things a little more cropped, either that or I just have a shorter torso maybe. And it also looks like there's a decent amount of ribbing. Yeah, I believe the ribbing's gonna be an extra 3 inches. So let's give it a try on and see how we're feeling about it. Oh my gosh. It's funny because this project was very much like a spontaneous project that I did just because. Ow, I should have taken this clip off. Just because I missed knitting a lot, and so I wanted to have like a project to work on, right? Oh my gosh, she's still here. There's a little dove, morning dove, I think that's what it is, a little bird that sits on my balcony, and it's always here. So cute. I like to tell myself it's keeping me company while I film, because I always film and like get ready at this window. It makes me so happy. Let's be real though, there's probably some other reason that this guy is always here. Oh my gosh. I've taken so many pictures of this dang bird, but look at this. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, low-key, I don't think I'm gonna want the whole 20 inches. I low-key might start the ribbing now. I like a crop sweater. Like I know the fit of like a Baba inspired sweater is like pretty oversized, but I think I might start the ribbing now. I'm glad I tried it on, but like what the heck? This is so exciting. And like the sleeves already look like they're halfway done because it's a raglan. Oh my gosh, because when I was doing it in the round I was like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever, but then it pays off once you try it on. What the heck? Let's do that again. I tripped. Wait, that was like the best update yet. I'm so thrilled, and I'm glad that I tried it on. Otherwise I would have just kept on knitting. I stopped like in the middle here, so I'm gonna knit until my back stitch marker, and then we'll start the, oh wait, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna knit to the back, and then I'm supposed to change my needle size and then do another stockinette round, and then I'll start the ribbing. But I have to add in another ball of yarn. I truly believe if you start your knitting journey, I think starting with a raglan is honestly the way to go. That was the most successful pull from the center I think I've ever done. I've been having like the worst time doing it recently. Okay, so I'm adding my new yarn. Don't get me wrong, I am more than thrilled that I'm working through this faster than like I thought I was going to, but the one problem is that I talked about this in my last knitting video, sweater knitting project video, where I was making the cloud sweater and I was like contemplating buying short needles, but then it kind of just kept getting too late with the timing. Like I didn't want to buy short needles and switch to them in the middle of the sweater. I don't know, I thought it might like mess with the tension and stuff. So I just like never, well actually by the end of it, I did get needles. Alex got me needles for Valentine's Day, but for some reason he like ordered the short needles that he knew I wanted, but they sent a different pair, which was kind of weird. But then I ended up just keeping the other pair. They're like lace weight needles, because I was like, oh, I might use this in the future. But then I tried to order it again and they still sent me the wrong pair. So then I was like, okay, there's something wrong with like the website. This is on Amazon, by the way, not on Knitpicks, because I use the Knitpicks needle. And so I was like, this is strange. Like, I guess I could have ordered it from the Knitpicks website. I didn't really think about that. But instead, what I decided to do was look for the needles secondhand. And I found a set on eBay that takes a little bit longer. I think it takes like maybe a week or a week and a half for them to arrive. But it's like 20 bucks cheaper. And so it was like, okay, awesome. So I ordered that last night, but I didn't realize that I was going to be done with my body so soon. And so I'm probably gonna start on the arms with my longer needles and like switch off to short needles at some point. But honestly, with this sweater is so like just for fun and low stakes that I don't really care if I switch midway. All right, it's time to change to some smaller needles and then keep knitting. This is kind of an insane update. It is almost 3 a.m. I really want to finish the body tonight because I'm going to a cafe to knit with my friend tomorrow. And I don't like learning how to do new things, like if I'm like knitting and chatting, you know, because it takes too much concentration. But I need to learn how to do an Italian bind off, which I watched a little video on it, and to be quite honest, it looks so confusing. I don't know if I'll be able to figure this out. Like, I might have a 3 a.m. crash out right now, but I finished my ribbing. It's 3 inches about. So we're gonna try to do this bind off and cross our fingers and hope and pray that it works out, because this TikTok maybe the problem is that I'm using TikTok, but this TikTok makes it look incredibly hard. So I just cut my yarn, threaded it on a needle. It's so long. It's already off to some kind of start. Let's see if we can figure this out. Be able to memorize this. I think I'm kind of getting it, which is amazing. Being like so realistic, and I'm proud of myself for coming to this realization, like knowing when to stop, but being realistic, like this takes so long to do. I got about this much done. I've been doing it for, I don't know, 15 minutes. I think I'm doing it right. Like, it's stretchy, right? That's the point. I can't really tell if I did that right. You guys tell me. Does that look correct to you? I think I did it right. In a perfect world, I would have, you know, be at a mindless knitting point, like just doing like rows and rows in the round, but we're just not there. And like, I'm just gonna call it good, because I think I can refigure this out tomorrow and just do this at the cafe, and I'll pick up stitches and everything for the sleeve at the cafe. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was just being high maintenance. I was being high maintenance so that I can be low maintenance tomorrow. That's a thing I really believe in. I really believe in trying to set myself up. Look at me. Look at me doing my Italian bind off and talking at the same time. See, I think I know what I'm doing, but I really believe in setting yourself up for things to be easier for you later, even if it means it's like more work for you. Obviously, I'm saying this and then I'm not really doing it for myself tomorrow because it's 3 a.m. and I want to go to sleep, but I do believe in that sentiment, and I do follow that most of the time, just not when it's 3 a.m. I'll find a good stopping point. I usually need a stitch marker for me to like actually stop, you know? I have no stitch markers here. The only time to stop is once I finish binding everything off, which is clearly a lot more to go. That's not bad though. I think I'm doing it right. Okay. I'm gonna call it good here. See you guys at the cafe tomorrow. Later now, and I'm happy to report that this looks huge, that I finished doing my Italian bind off. I don't know if I did it right. I definitely messed up sometimes, but it's like not falling apart. So I think I did it well enough, and it's still stretchy, which is the whole point. So we learned something new in this project, which is amazing. I also picked up the stitches on one sleeve and have been working that in the round. I'm using my long cables, so it's not been fun, but honestly, I think I might finish this before my new short needle set comes in, which I would not be mad about. But I think I need to try this on soon because I'm excited to see how this ribbing looks. Don't mind me wobbling. My foot is asleep, but I was so excited to try this on. Feels like insane with these hanging out of here. I think I'm happy. To be quite honest with you, I can't really see how it looks from my viewfinder, but at least the length and just how baggy it is, that's crazy. It's so baggy, but it's still worked up so fast because the yarn is so thick. And it's honestly, like, it's really, really thick, but I feel like it's not too heavy, I guess. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. The sleeves are mega baggy. That's why they're taking so long to work up, but I'm hoping that they won't take too long. Also, hopefully I'm effectively covering all the laundry in the background. Awesome update. Oh, would you look at that? I think I'm pretty much done with this arm. I just have to do the ribbing, but I think I might actually undo a little bit of it because it's 3 inches of ribbing to match what's down here. And I don't want my sleeve to be like that long. Like honestly, I kind of want it to be a little bit shorter. And so I was supposed to do 7 increases and I accidentally went over 7, but I think I'm gonna go back down to 6, undo that work. So fun. And then I'll do the 3 inches of increases and then I think we'll be good. And I'm hoping to finish this maybe even this week because my motivation is starting another sweater. As I'm knitting, it's like all these different sweater ideas come in my mind of what I want to make next. Maybe I should order some yarn today. We'll see what we get into. I just finished the ribbing for the sleeve, so we're gonna do another Italian bind off. Is officially done. One thing I'm not sure about, like hopefully this fixes itself when I block it, but I feel like maybe my bind off is a little loose or something because it looks a little flared out, right? I don't know. Hopefully it'll be okay when I block it. I also don't really know if you have to block stuff when it's acrylic or if like it does anything. I think I'm still going to because, well, I'll look it up. But I feel like it must do something, right? Okay, let's count my stitches and see how far off I am. I think I'm only 1 stitch off. Now we have to add in some more stitches. Okay, I did so bad because I did not write down how many stitches I added on. I'm pretty sure it was 10. I have not really been following the pattern, guys. Heck, why didn't I write it down? in fact gonna start on my sleeve. Honestly, more than a start. I've done 2 stitch markers so far, and I'm supposed to go to 6. My short needles are supposed to come in at the beginning of next week, and I just don't think it'll even be worth it to like switch off and use them. But it's okay because I'm gonna be starting another sweater right after this, so you bet I'm gonna be so excited. Wait, 1, 2. I thought I miscounted something. I'm gonna be so excited to try out my short needles on that. I think I only have a little bit more to go on the sleeve. I just love like the fit of this type of sweater. It's so chunky and baggy. You know, I like just talked about having my projects lined up, but then I'm enjoying making this so much that I kind of want to make another one. And I'm also just really happy with how the color's looking. I do wish I invested in better material. Like I wish that it looked exactly the same, but was just made out of wool. But this will be good experience. We'll see how this acrylic holds up. I just hit my 6th decrease, which means I'm ready to start doing my ribbing for the sleeve. So we are almost done with this whole sweater, which is so exciting. I think I'll be able to finish it sometime this week. Guys, I feel like I haven't knit for too long, and it feels extra silly because all I have to do is the ribbing of my last sleeve and I will be finished with this sweater. Of course, we have to block it and weave in ends and everything, but like the actual knitting portion will be done. I thought I was gonna be done sooner than this. I took so long that my short interchangeable needle set finally came, and I'm actually so excited to try this out. So we're gonna do a little switcheroony of the needles, and I'm gonna give my new short needles a try, which I'm really just so, I don't know, I just love small things. I've heard that using short needles isn't quite as comfortable, and I could like totally see why, but they're just so mini. I just love small mini things. I go so crazy on my hobbies, like the fact that, I don't know, something so satisfying though, that they're all like matching. But I think the worst, I don't even want to say worst because I don't necessarily see it as a negative thing, but I went really crazy on coloring when I first started coloring. I don't really color that much anymore. Not that I don't like coloring, I actually really do like coloring, but I think I just want the tangible item, you know, from knitting and crocheting more than, I like the act of coloring, but like I'm not gonna do anything with my finished coloring. I think I've cut like so many short little tubular things. I don't even know if you're supposed to do it like this, but this is how I'm doing it. But I keep cutting short ones and then I think I just like lose them. And so then I just have to cut another one like every time, which is kind of a waste, and I'm just gonna do it over and over until I run out of my tube. Success! Uh-oh. I think this is like the, oh, it's like the finger puzzle. Finally time to give my short needles a try. I'm so excited. I'm doing my 1x1 ribbing, and I forgot, I'll check later. Can't be bothered right now. Oh wow, this feels like more different than I thought it was gonna feel. I don't know if I like this actually, because like what do you hold on to? I kind of feel like my cables might break. Not like now, but like I kind of feel like my cables will wear out quicker because I'm kind of like bending them. But this is a million times better than doing the magic loop. I don't like doing the magic loop. Yeah, I feel like I can't knit that fast like this. Yeah, I'm a little, I don't want to say disappointed, but like, no, I don't know how I'd feel making the entire sleeve like this. It's not very comfortable. Just me? I feel like it's not that comfortable. sweater. I'm finishing off on my last row of the ribbing, and then we're gonna do our Italian bind off. It's actually been kind of a long time since I've binded off, but I think I have it locked in here, so I'm just gonna try to do it. Don't know what I'm doing. Finished my sweater. Do all the finishing touches. Not gonna do it tonight, but take all my beautiful stitch markers off, weave in all the ends. Eventually, hopefully, I will be able to block it maybe this weekend. That's my hope. Have I told you guys? I keep saying it, but it's literally 90 degrees here, which makes me a little bit, unfortunately, a little bit less excited to have just finished my beautiful, super chunky, thick knit sweater. I'm still excited. It's like a jacket, basically. It's like, it looks kind of funny. It's very, very, very wide. It is time to weave in some ends. I don't know what happened, but in my brain, my itinerary was to block this tomorrow, which is a Sunday. And yeah, in my head, I was all like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna block this tomorrow. And then the realization came to me at 12:20 a.m. that I didn't weave in the ends. Oh, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't take a long time, but at the same time, it does kind of take a long time, if that makes any sense at all. So this will be interesting. Also, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but if you can, it's my freaking computer. Oh my gosh, I don't remember this being that bad. I think I've definitely, am I using the wrong needle? Am I using the wrong needle? No, this is not the wrong needle. But if you hear that in the background, that is my computer trying to upload a 30-minute long video because I talk so much. Hopefully I talk a little bit less in this video, because in the video I just finished editing, girl talked for like 35 minutes. It's weird too, because I swear I don't talk this much in real life, but maybe I'm delusional. The next day, and I just finished weaving in all of the ends, so we're gonna block a roomy raglan, and I was so excited. I'll give you a little try on too. I can't really tell where the front and the back is. I think this is the right way. Ooh, it is chunky, but I love oversized. I love the oversized fit, but then it's still cropped enough, because I feel like if I buy just an extra large sweater, it'll be swallowing me. But this is it'll be the perfect baggie. So let's go block it. Hi guys, it's been a full 3 days because my sweater is so thick. It took so long to dry. I also realized I probably should have just steamed it. I think that's how you're supposed to block acrylic. I don't know why I didn't look it up, but it looks like soaking it still did the job. So let's try on our finished sweater. It's still low-key a little damp, but it looks so oversized. Oh yeah, it's damp on the inside. That's okay. That is okay. Ooh. Oh my god. Wow, I actually love the fit of it. And even though I didn't block it right, or the way you have to for acrylic, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Oh my god. gosh! I'm honestly not even that bothered that it's acrylic right now. I wonder if it won't hold up quite as well. But as far as the feel and the look of it, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, well, I'm gonna end off this project video here. I am so happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so fun as always to craft and knit with you, whatever you were making. As always, let me know. I'll switch it up a little. Let me know your most recent completed project because it's a project vlog. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.